Hello there guys, Harrison Productions aka Blair Harrison here, and today we're going to be doing something different that isn't a Doctor Who video. Oh boy, the fans are going to be pissed off, aren't they? So, we're going to do another guitar thing, and I found this little gadget and I thought, you know, why not make a video on it, you know, because I haven't seen any decent ones. So, we have this. Well, I think I'm going to try and do a decent job. We have this. This is the Boss WL50 wireless guitar system. This was released, I think, oh gosh, was this 2018? So last year? I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh gosh, there we go. Start making mistakes now. Yeah, this is an interesting little fact, but we'll discuss my thing about it later on. But first off, I'm going to show you kind of an unboxing. So I'm going to pass you over to Blair, who's going to show you the packaging in there. So take it away, Blair Harrison. Well, hello there guys, and here it is. This is the Boss WL50 wireless guitar system. And as it says, wireless freedom for pedal boards. Yes, this is a, I guess you can say a brand new device from Boss. This came out, I think, last year, I think, like 2018. Only now have I got it finally. I wasn't even aware of this till now. Odd, isn't it? I guess I focused too much on the guitars. But anyway, this is the packaging. The front, you know, very nice. What it shows. There's the side that looks like that. The, you know, the usual boring stuff. And there's the back, which I'll try and get. Can you read that? And oh, you can tell the box is very shiny, and if you're interested, then read that. Hopefully, if you can actually see it. If not, I apologize. The lens is not very good, but hey, that's what you get. Top side, nothing under there. Oh, that was a bit loud. Sorry, I'm trying out a new microphone. As you can see on that laptop there. Hello, how you doing? So, and you know, more stuff. As it says. Let me focus that a minute. Play and play, no setup needed. Pro tone with ultra low latency and AC or battery power DC output for pedals. Oh yeah, wireless freedom for pedal boards by Boss. Get yours now. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way, and I'm not going to show you because nothing's in it because I already took the bloody thing out. See, I already did this video before, but there was a problem with the bloody audio. So, here it is. Anyway, this is... Oh, Jesus Christ, that's fucking dark. Oh, man. I really should... It's so dark. I really need to get a proper lighting system. So here it is. This is the pedal version, I guess you could say, the stompbox version, and it's not like a stompbox, but I've got to say this is actually not a bad design. So at the top you got the power, and we have the receive. So I'm guessing that just means it works. Receive, I'm guessing, is just like the signal. I'm guessing. I don't know. Here we have the transmitter. You know, WLT only, because that is what this device is. Oh, sorry, I've hit something there. Then we got the input and the output, and I'll explain what that does. There's the side, and as you can see, you get this nice little soft bit. So basically, I'm assuming it doesn't. The wireless bit just doesn't scratch on there, so that's pretty good. And there's the front. I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I'm not very good, am I? This camera's not doing good. So here we have the input for the cable. So it takes 9V DC connector. Gosh, I'm not speaking well. And we have the out kind of input. So basically, this is it's kind of like the same idea as the Boss tuner pedal, the Chromatic Tuner 3. You know, the one where it kind of daisy chained to another pedal, so you got that option if you want. Most people tend to use the what is it? Tuner, that's it. Tuner or something, you know. And then you got a switch here. Now, this is the highlight here. Now, oh gosh, come on, focus, lad. Oh, come on, fucking hell. This thing does not want to focus, does it? Fucking hell, I can't even... And then we have this little bit. Now you're probably wondering what this all means. This is basically so this basically duplicate a cable. So short being the short cable and long being a very long. Don't ask me how long usually, but you know, and that off. So basically you can just have it, I guess, just doesn't feel like a cable, but if you put it to middle, yep. So if you got short, so basically you get a sound kind of like a short cable. I'm trying to get the words here, and long basically duplicates the long cable. Yes, you can tell I don't have a clue about this because I haven't tried it yet. Gosh. That's the side again, and this is the bottom. And as you can see, there we go. And this comes with a battery slot. So these take 2 AA batteries, but why would you want to put batteries in there? It's beyond me. But it's nice they included that option. It's nice Boss included that option. So yes, now you're probably wondering, hang on, something else is missing, Blair. Where's the little device? Well, here it is. This is the receiver. Okay, you can call it. So this is the transmitter, this is the receiver. And yes, I got upside down. Sorry about that. Usually, you know, I see it kind of like this way. I kind of see it like it looks like the mole from Thunderbirds. You know that? Have you ever seen that TV show? You know, the one with the puppet? No, just me then. Oh, okay. That's what it looks like. It looks like the mole from Thunderbirds. Comment below if you actually have watched that show when you were young. If not, then you probably never had a childhood to begin with. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. You get a little LED bit, so this will go green, let you know if it works or not, or in charge. You get another input. This is for charging this by itself, so I think this takes usually about the same I think something like the input, I guess it's like a mobile phone charger. I think, I could be wrong, USB maybe, I'm not too sure, I need to look at that, and I apologise because I have no clue what I'm doing. Yeah, and there's a little, I don't know if you can see that there. Oh gosh, not again, come on. Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking, I wish this lens was right, see there. If you push that, oh there we go, see, if you push that, that basically let you know it's on. So when you push this into a guitar input, or if you put it into this, it will light up. Oh yes, indeed. Okay, so here we go. Now, when you first get this out, now you have the option to put, you know, AA batteries, oh shit, AA batteries in there. But if you're like me, that's not going to work well, especially if you leave cables in all the time, then of course the battery's going to run out, and then you have to buy another one. Then you do it again. Then you go get another one, and another one, and another one, and another one in one day. I'm joking, well, you get what I mean. So it's better getting a 9V. Now, if you're somebody who uses a pedal board and uses a power supply, something like a Voodoo Lab or the Strymon power supplies, then you're going to have the problem. Now, usually they don't have enough inputs to put the cables in. But the good thing is, as I showed before, you get two options here. So this one, you put the cable or the power adapter in. And the adapter I use is this. This is the Boss switching adapter, which you can find in stores. They usually cost about, I think, around like 10 to 15 quid. I could be wrong. Of course, there are cheaper alternatives on Amazon. I don't know what the price is in dollars or euros, so you're gonna have to research that. But usually, your guitar shop should have this, or Amazon or wherever, they should have this, and I recommend you get this. Do not bother with any other adapter, because sometimes they do not fit properly as you hope. I mean, I've done this mistake and I know what I'm talking about. Oh shut, drop something. Now, okay, so
So let's just pretend this is on a pedal board. So when you put that input from the power, so that goes in there. Now some of you are wondering, well, what's that one? Well, you know the Boss Tuner or Chromatic Tuner 3. Now there's two input. Now the output, you put another cable in and you can daisy chain another pedal. And what I've seen from people, they tend to use daisy chain their tuner. So that's where you can do it if you want. So that's pretty good. So that's the basic. Now, this is the very important stuff. Now, pay attention, 007, because I've got a very important stuff to show you. This is where it gets complicated. So, the switch is there. Now, it should say off, short, and long. And basically, that is the cable tone. I just noticed it there now. I suppose that unboxing. So, that's the cable tone. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what's the big thing? Well, if you've ever tried a cable, they don't exactly sound the same. I can't describe it. There are probably better physics videos. Basically, shorter, it sounds something. I can't describe it. But you have long, it sounds, well, to me, a bit kind of quiet. I don't know, because I never did physics properly. There are far better videos that probably explains cabling. But basically, you have that option. You could either use the middle, so that duplicates a short cable tone, or you can go to the very last, which is long, which duplicates a long cable tone. If that makes any sense. This is coming from an idiot who didn't learn any physics properly. That's what happened, folks. When you put this on your board, so the first thing, now this is important what you do. Now, the output, put your pedals before this. So basically your tuner or like me, a volume pedal, and you can either use cable or this. I haven't tried it, but probably try cable just in case, or make your own custom ones, patch cables, you know. So what you want to do, probably should have done this on the table, but I'm going to show you. So what you want to do now, you want to do it like that. So, and as you can see, there is the light. Now the light is a power, so that shows you it's on. I probably should, because that's the batteries in, but if you put the cable on, it will do the same. And for the guitar input, so let's say when your receiver dies out, basically what you want to do, is have a cable near you, and when it dies out, so that means, right, take it out of the guitar, you put the receiver in the little slot, you get your guitar cable and you put it in input, and that means it goes into the guitar, and there you go, sorted. That's you playing it. And in case you've forgotten, if you take this out, and let's say if it is charged, take that out and put it into the guitar input. So yeah, I know it's confusing. I probably should have done it on a different camera angle, but you know, just to show how it works, because some people might be confused, and hopefully this works. I hope. I'm not a professional. You see, I'm not like these professional people at Anderson's who knows what they're talking about. I just talk a lot of shite, to be honest. That's how you connect it. So now I'm gonna cut away to me playing it, and I'm gonna be using not a guitar amp, unfortunately, because I do not want to annoy the neighbors. So I'm going to play it through GarageBand. Please don't moan at me. I know, again, I probably should do better, but you know. So I'm going to use a guitar duplicate just to test it out and all that nonsense. So, yeah. Let's go over to me playing the guitar. Well, I think you could agree that was pretty all right, wasn't it? Apart from the bad playing, it wasn't that bad, was it? So, what do I think of it overall? On my first impression, it might not show it, but I'm really fast. I really love this thing. Immediately, when I got it, I immediately realized so much possibilities I can do with it. You know, before when I had cables, I always felt like my feet were like caught in them, you know, and you couldn't really do much. The reason I bought it was because I'm a performer. I do a bunch of gigs sometimes, and I don't know if guitarists ever tell you when you try to move over or try and move over to the microphone, you always have that problem because the cables are either, they're too short, you can never reach it, or they're too long and the cable get caught in between your leg. Kind of like that stereotype in movies, like Hollywood movies, where you have damsel in distresses, you know, the one where they're tied up from like the shoulder to knee. That's what I felt like. I felt like my legs were tied up trying to move and all that. But hopefully I won't have this problem with using this. But the reason I did bought this is why I like this. It's like a pedal, and I do like the option you have the input. So as opposed to just taking forever if it runs out, taking forever, take the cable out, you know, all that nonsense. It makes it a bit quicker for my personal taste. Now, some of you might disagree and say this isn't as good as so and so and X and X and triple X and triple X. Oh my, we can't go there. Gosh, I've ruined that, didn't I? But I'm really impressed with it. I'm gonna wait for a few days and see if this works and if it's as good as it claims to be. Oh yes. So yeah, that should be interesting. Again, I never really got into the whole wireless system idea until now. I mean, gosh, I'm trying to remember the first time I saw one. Must have been about 2016, and I think it was before, you know, like this. You could just plug it in that. So I remember back then. I don't know if any of you remember. I remember back then when a system, it looked like a fucking it looked like a Nintendo Wii with aerials, you know, like some sort of weird radio or something. I remember thinking at the time, you know, I think it must have been an Anderson's video. I was like, what? How are you supposed to connect it? What? You know, I didn't understand it, and I mainly stuck with cables for years and years. But thankfully, we have come a far, far, far long way to now, which is far better. I remember I think it was 2017 or 2018 when oh gosh, I'm gonna get the name wrong. Is it Zev? These things. I remember when they came out, and I think it was either Music Is When or Living Room Gear Demos. One of them two did it first. And I remember thinking, that's interesting. I would like to have got those, but the only problem is I live in Scotland and none of my guitar stores actually have them. And I tried to look up online, and there was a problem with Amazon. They sold out in my area. But I've got this, so, you know, I'm not complaining, so this should be fun. But it shows how far we have come a long way, and technology has advanced, you know. I mean, we would never have something like this like 10 years ago or maybe 20 years ago, you know. It just shows how interesting, how far we have come with technology, with guitars and all that. So yeah. However, if there's one criticism I have, and this isn't for me, it's more other guitar players. The only problem with this is oh gosh, I'm gonna get this wrong. Is it active? This is used for active pickups. Again, I'm not a pickup kind of guy. I don't know much about pickups, and I should. But anyway, this is going to be a problem if you're somebody who uses passive pickups. I mean, again, Boss has released a version of this, but instead of the transmitter being like a pedal size thing, it's more exactly like this, but it's the same, but I think it's an inch bigger. I could be wrong. There's a picture just to show you. That's going to be the problem. Or if you use passive pickups or piezo, you know, that's going to be a problem, because if you do that, then if you just use this, it's going to be a problem to you're going to have noise problems and all that. I think so, from what I've heard, it's something to do because it's next to the controls, if that makes sense. You know, the guitar body, you know where the knobs are, right, and where the input is. It said something to do with that. Let me do that again. So what I mean is, so because the guitar, because you have the controls are down here, that's going to be a problem. That's from what I've heard, that's supposedly usually the problem and why it doesn't work, why you hear the noises. But an acoustic guitar, the controls on that for the Fishman pickup, they're usually up here. I know this isn't acoustic, it's electric, but I don't have an acoustic here in this house, alright? You just pretend this is an acoustic, alright? I think it's fine because usually the controls are up here, so you can get there fine. That's the only criticism for somebody like you, so that's a warning. If that's the real only criticism I think I have. And oh wait, I nearly forgot one more. Another thing I highly recommend to do, try it out in the store and make sure they have the guitar you have. And what I mean by that, because if you're using something like an Ibanez Gem, now the input, now I've never owned one, but I think supposedly the output is usually far down, and because that's my only criticism is this. Let me just, I think this bit here, this should be a bit longer, and that's going to be a problem for gem users or any guitar that have the input far down and make it difficult. That's the only criticism, so that's going to be a problem trying to fit that in. So that is my only advice. If you have something like that, try it out in the store first and make sure this fits in your guitar input. That's the only advice I can give. But apart from that, it's a great little device. It works well. I love the design of it. It's not too complicated like it was 10 or 15 years ago. If you like this video, then please hit that like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what do you think of this system? Do you think it's a good system, or do you think there are better wireless systems out there? I mean, you can name all you want, just let me know in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear. So that is from me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time for another video. Take care, folks.
Thank you so much for staying this long. If you'd like to see more, then please hit that like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also check me out on other platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also listen to my NAF music on SoundCloud, which is fun. And most importantly, check out the other channels that are associated in this video and the channel itself. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time for another video. Take care, folks.